Hey guys, thanks so much for practicing with me today. So, as some of you know, I had a baby about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I have been in the process of reconnecting with my core and building my strength back through my yoga practice and through my teaching. So, you might see me struggle during this little video that's focused on core and pelvic floor again, and we're here to struggle a little bit together. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and let's get started.
So we're getting started seated. Make sure you're comfortable and you can feel both your sits bones on the ground. Roll your shoulders back, get ready. Either bring your hands up to your chest or rest your palms comfortably on your lap. But just start to breathe here. Breathing deeply, connecting your core and your breath with each breath. With each inhale, you want to release and relax. With each exhale, you want to engage your core, which means you want to pull your belly in, pull your pelvic floor up, and hold during your exhale. And then inhale, release, and relax. Just sit here and take a few minutes of your breath, just like that, engaging and releasing your core. It's really important to release and relax as well. On an inhale, bring your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold over your legs, reaching forward, stretching yourself. Keep your butt pushed back. Inhale, roll yourself up. Make it comfy and cozy in this space. Bringing your shoulders back and your head last. Inhale again. Bring your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, and then exhale. Walk your hands over to the right side. Put your palms on top of each other. Breathe into your sides, core here. Take a few breaths. Keep engaging on every exhale. Walk your hands back over to the other side. Engage. Breathe. Take a few minutes and relax. It's a lot to do all at once. Walk your hands back to the middle. Inhale, roll yourself back up. Bring your shoulders back. Make sure your neck is nice and cozy. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Switch the cross of your legs. So, inhale again. Exhale, forward fold. Take a breath. Keep breathing. Walk your hands over to the opposite side that you started with on the other side. Breathe. Engage your core. Keep pulling in on every exhale. Walk your hands back over to the center and to the other side. Again, engaging your core with each exhale. You're breathing the whole time here, normally, deeply. So don't hold your breath. Just keep breathing and engaging. Walk your hands back to the center. Take another deep breath. And then on an inhale, you want to roll yourself back up to seated, stacking your vertebrae, bringing your shoulders back, bringing your neck back as the last thing. Okay, so we're going to get started with boat pose. So you're going to swing yourself around. You might actually need a strap or a towel here. So if you need a strap or a towel, grab one. I'll show you what to do in a second. But just get started. Make sure your bum is evenly on the ground. Pull yourself close to your thighs. From here, you want to lift your feet off the ground. This might be it, but pull yourself in close to your thighs. Bring your knees in. Make sure you are engaging, breathing. And that might be all you do today, and that's perfectly fine. However, if you want to take it to the next level, start there and then release. Release your hands and let your legs float in the air, but engaged. So you're still pulling in your core, you're still pulling up your pelvic floor, you're still breathing, you're doing all this stuff at the same time. Now, if you have tight hamstrings, you might want to grab a strap or a towel, bring it behind your hamstrings, like I'm doing here, and then lift your legs and hold on to the strap or the towel, bringing that in, and it'll help you support yourself a little bit. So you can stay right here as well, and that might be good for you for today. But if you want to take it to the next step, bring your legs back up parallel to the ground, or if you have your strap, keep it in place, hold it, and then what we're going to do is release on an inhale and then exhale, pull up, engaging your core. The same breath, just holding on to the strap for support. But if you want to go super intense, let the strap go and just do this on your own. Inhaling, releasing back, and then exhaling, pulling forward, bringing your knees back in, engaging your core. Keep going as much as you can for as long as you can or you want to. When you're done or need a break, bring your knees into your chest and breathe. You can just hold here, engaging with every exhale, or keep going. You can inhale, release, exhale, come on up, take a break. I'm telling you guys, like, this shit is intense, right? It's no joke. So take a break when you need it. Bring your feet back down to the ground. Take a few breaths. Check in with your body. Just be okay with where you are today. Start again. You can also just hold here. Bring your legs straight and breathe. Inhale, exhale, lift your arms parallel, or if you have tight hamstrings again, bring the strap or towel around your feet and hold there. It's the same intensity, but you just need a little help with your hamstrings. So wherever you are, be there. Take this moment, inhale, and then exhale, engage your core, and hold. Not your breath, the position. You keep holding there for a few breaths, and then when you're ready, release your feet down to the ground and check in with your body. Take an honest assessment of where you are and see what you want to do next. Do you want to continue? Do you want to take a break? But let's get started on the next set if you want to continue. Stretch your arms back forward, bring your legs back up, back to boat position, and now get ready to inhale, release, exhale, up, inhale, exhale. Keep going as long as you want. Keep engaging your core. Keep pulling up your pelvic floor. And if you don't know what all that means, just squeeze everything and you'll get it. When you're ready, bring your feet back down to the ground and take a few breaths. Take these moments again to check in, to see where you are. Now, we're going to get ready to do a holding position. So take a deep breath. Inhale. Bring your legs back up towards the sky. Spread your toes. Engage your legs. Squeeze everything. And hold and breathe here. Even though you are holding the position, you do not hold your breath. You keep engaging with each exhale and relaxing with each inhale. And when you're ready, bring your feet down to the ground. Take a breath, and again, check in with where you are in this position in this moment. All right, so come down to your back, bring your hands flat to the ground, and then check in with your legs. Lift them up in the air. So you want your legs to be perpendicular. You don't want them to be too forward, and you don't want them to be too far back. You want them to be perpendicular. Bring your hands flat to the ground. Engage your thighs. That means squeeze them. Now, we are going to do small movements here. It's going to look like I'm barely moving. So point your toes up to the ground. Feel where your core is. You want to pull your navel down towards the floor, and you're going to be engaging your pelvic floor and doing very small lifts. So you can see I'm doing very little movements here. I'm lifting just below my belly button is where I'm lifting. So I inhale and then I exhale. I pull everything down and then I lift my legs up. So you can barely, it looks like I'm just jumping a little bit, but this is a super intense movement. And you really, really want to build your core here. It's really important for yoga. Mula Bandha is really important. And that's what we're exercising right now. So with each inhale, you relax. With each exhale, you lift and you pull your belly button down to the ground. Take a moment, bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug here because you're doing such a great job. So let's try and intensify this a little bit more. Bring your legs up and then bring one leg parallel to the ground, not touching it. And then we're going to do that same movement where you inhale and then you exhale, you pull your belly button down and you lift your legs in the scissors position. So you keep doing that for a couple of times and then switch the legs. So whatever leg went down first, do the opposite leg and you do the same thing. Point your toes, inhale, and then exhale, pull your belly down, and then lift from below your belly button with your position, your legs in the scissors position. Keep going, switching the legs with different breaths. So you inhale your legs up, you exhale a leg down, and then you lift. You do that small micro movements, and I promise you, it might not look like much, but if you're practicing this, it's definitely an intense movement. So you keep moving, switching legs, inhaling, exhaling, and then pulling in your belly button, engaging your pelvic floor. And again, remember, if you don't know what that means, just squeeze everything. Just squeeze it, you'll get it. And then when you're ready for a breath, bring your knees back into your chest and rest. Give yourself a little hug. You're doing great. Okay, from here, we're going to keep our hands in the position, inhale our legs back up towards the sky, and then on an exhale, lower both legs down towards the ground. Towards the ground, point your toes. Do not let your legs touch the ground. Lift them back up on an inhale, and then exhale. Again, exhale, engage your core, pulling your belly button down towards the ground. Inhaling, relaxing, bringing your legs back up to the sky, and then exhale, down, bringing your legs close to the ground as you can without touching them, and then inhaling your legs back up to the sky. You can do this for as many times as you like. You can keep going with every inhale, relaxing, and exhale, engage, bringing your legs down, holding those positions. You can also stay in this position with your legs hovering above the ground if you want to be super, super intense for a few breaths. If not, just keep breathing. And when you're done, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug again because you're so awesome. And then check in, see how you're feeling, see if you want to continue or not. Because we're going to get started and do another set of those. So inhale, bring your legs up, engage your core, make sure you're pushing your belly button down to the ground. Come on, let's go. Bring your legs down, 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 parallel, and then inhale up. Exhale, bring your legs back down towards the ground, slowly with control. You don't want to just be swinging your legs up and down because, like, that's not engaged, that's not control. You want to keep doing this with control, slowly bringing your legs down and then hovering them a little bit, breathing, and then inhaling, bringing your legs back up. And then when you're done, go ahead, bring your knees back into your chest. Hug your knees to your chest. Release your legs and get ready to come to all fours. So turn on over to your belly. Bring your knees and arms down to the ground. Make sure your wrists are right underneath your shoulder blades here. So you don't want them too far forward. You don't want them too far back. And you want to make sure that the inner parts of your elbows are facing one another. So you're not spinning them out towards the front of your room or wherever you are. So from here, tuck your toes and let's get ready for plank position. Now, come on, you know very well you would not have felt like this was a core course if there was no planks involved. So come up into your plank. Make sure you're engaging everything, your core, pulling your belly button in towards your back, and making sure that you're parallel. Push your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling and check in with yourself. Is your bum up in the air? Are you sagging too low towards the ground? Make sure you have a nice strong plank and it's very neutral position. Plank can be intense, so if you find yourself struggling, bring your knees down to the ground, lift your feet up towards the air, and point your toes. So you can stay either half plank or you can go back into full plank, whichever you want. Just make sure your form is right, pushing your shoulder blades up towards the sky. Take a few more breaths, pull in your belly, and then take a moment in child's pose. Push your bum back towards your feet, bring your forehead down towards the ground, and take a few breaths here, relaxing into child's pose before we get ready to go back into our plank. So, just breathe here. Inhale, push your hands back down, come back to your plank. Whether your knees are up or down, doesn't matter. First, we're going to go ahead, lift your right leg up towards the sky, point your toes. Make sure you're still engaging your core. Inhaling, exhale, bring your belly button towards your spine. On an inhale, bring your foot back down towards the ground. Exhale, bring your next foot up towards the sky, pointing your toes. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale, keep pulling that belly button in. On an inhale, come up down to child's pose. Take a break here. Send your breath back towards your spine, into your belly. Keep breathing, deep cleansing breaths. Make sure you're still checking in with yourself. Make sure you're still feeling all right. On an inhale, we're going to come back into our plank. Now, tuck your toes, lift your knees, plank. We're going to take it to the next level and come down into chaturanga. So, your chaturanga, your forearms are perpendicular to the ground. Your biceps are parallel. Make sure you're engaging your core, pulling in your belly button towards your back. Now, if this is too much, just go back to plank pose. Otherwise, lift your right leg, engage, lower down, all the way down to the ground and tuck your toes. Rest one cheek on your mat. Release your arms. Breathe here. Breathe into your back. Breathe into your belly. Take a few moments. Check in with yourself. See how you feel. Now, tuck your toes again. We're going to go all the way back into plank and then lower back down into our chaturanga, lifting the other leg. Remember, you can always stay in plank. Lower all the way down, untuck your toes, rest your cheek on the other side. Breathe into your back, into your belly. Our core is more than our stomach, it's also our back, and this can feel intense. So, send your breath to your back. On an inhale, tuck your toes, push up into all fours, walk your knees underneath your hips, make sure your wrists are parallel with your shoulders. Take a deep inhale here, engage your core, pull your belly in, lift your right leg. Keep pulling your belly button towards your back. On another inhale, lift your left arm. Exhale, pull everything in. Hold this position. Make sure you're pulling your belly in. You're not overarching your back. Keep breathing. Every exhale, pull your belly in. On an inhale, bring your knee and your hand back down to the ground. Take another breath. Inhale, lift your left leg. Engage your core. Lift your right arm. Keep breathing. Keep pulling your belly button all the way towards your back. Engage. Keep holding. Keep breathing. Keep engaging your core. You're almost there. On an inhale, you're going to bring your leg down and your arm back down to all fours. Take a moment here. Engage your core. Take another breath. Get ready. Push back into child's pose. Send your breath to your back, to your core. Keep breathing here. Take these moments to assess where you are and how you feel. Just breathe. On an inhale, come back to all fours and get ready to spin back around to your bum. We're going to do some other engagement before we close our practice. So here, grab a block or a towel or even a ball to put between your legs. Just so you know, you do have a block. It has a few different sizes. So when you get ready to look at your block, check it out. So you have this size, kind of like the wider, then the more narrow. So you can do that how you feel comfortable. You don't want to do it the really long way, but you can put it in the wide way or the more narrow way. So Put it between your legs. Get ready to get really, really comfortable and intimate with this block. Squeeze it between your thighs, like really squeeze. Lift your feet from the ground and kind of make a 90-degree or a little bit more of an angle towards the ceiling, pointing your toes. Squeeze your block. Pull in your tummy, pull down and up in your pelvic floor, and keep squeezing the block. Like, this is what we're doing right now. We're squeezing, we're engaging, we're getting really, really, really comfortable with this block between our legs. We're gonna make it our BFF. You're pushing down your belly button towards the floor and you're really engaging. It should feel intense. Bring your feet down, take a few breaths, come up on an inhale into bridge. Roll your shoulders underneath you. Keep squeezing the block. Keep pulling your pelvis, your pelvic floor, towards your belly button towards your back. It's a lot of shit to do, I know. Keep breathing. Don't forget your breath. All of this is about engaging everything to build the strength you need, and your breath is so important. So, on an inhale, roll down towards the ground. Take a break, relax. On an inhale, bring your feet back up, point them. Keep exhaling. Remember, when you exhale, you squeeze everything. If you don't know what your pelvic floor is, just squeeze everything down there and you'll get a Kegel. You'll get everything engaged. It doesn't matter if it's that conscious, just keep doing it. Keep pulling your belly button down. Keep breathing. Bring your feet down, breathe, inhale, roll yourself up into bridge, pulling your shoulders back underneath you again. Keep squeezing that block. Keep your thighs engaged. Keep pulling your pelvic floor towards your belly button and your belly button towards your back. I know. Just keep breathing. Stay with me here. Keep engaging. You're almost there. I promise. You hold these poses, all your stuff is going to get great. Even men can do this. And you want to know why? Think D control. Keep squeezing your block. Lift your legs again. Same angle as you had before. Point your toes. Squeeze again. Squeeze the block. Pull your belly button down towards the ground. Keep pulling your pelvic floor up towards your belly. Keep squeezing. Keep breathing. We're almost done here, guys. This is our last thing. On an inhale, bring your feet back down towards the ground. Remove the block from your legs. Bring your knees up to your chest. Give yourself a hug. And when you're ready, roll yourself up into a seated position. Once you're in a comfortable seated position, go ahead, check in with yourself. See how you feel. Show appreciation to yourself and to your practice and for all that you did today, because you are great and you're awesome and you did your best, as did I. I really appreciate you taking this moment and taking this time of practice with me. So take these last few moments of silence for yourself. Namaste.